This is Minecraft's largest and deadliest maze. And this is me. See, I've survived a lot of Minecraft experiments, so when MrCube, probably the smartest Minecraft player, announced the Eclipse SMP was hosting a maze experiment, I had to take him up on it to prove I was smart enough to escape. But if I wanted to escape, I would have to survive the traps inside the maze, the monsters that spawned at night, and 100 other players who all wanted to escape just as badly as I did. And sure, 25 of these players were supposedly on my team, but this is how well that worked. I was on my own, and oh yeah, the server is on hardcore, so if I die, I'm dead for good. First, I needed to get as much wood as possible. I had to hurry because there were only like 10 trees for all 100 players, and the math there ain't quite mathin'. The small amount of resources would continue to be a problem when I went mining. We were confined to mine within a very small area. There's only so much iron to go around. Players were robbing each other left and right so that they would be more likely to survive. And at one point, I was even robbed by my own teammate. With the stuff I had, I made myself a suit of armor, some tools, and I prepared to explore the only resource I had left, the maze itself. Hidden within the maze were various treasure chests, but I had to be quick, because if I was caught in the maze after dark, the gates would close, and I don't know what would happen, but it didn't look good.
Alright, go, go, go.
By the way, PvP's on in the maze.
We can't leave our friends behind.
Yeah, we can.
Getting a diamond sword was huge. Since you couldn't get diamonds by mining, that means that I had the best weapon on the server. I would need this weapon to defend myself, so I got ready for a fight, but we were all in for a surprise.
No, firework, yeah, shut up. There's a firework. Let's go.
Nobody was dying.
Why are they not dead? Dude, what? No, we all like 5 times.
You would have stabbed me on just a little glade.
Turns out that everybody had resistance while in the central glade to stop people from just, killing everybody right away, and the resistance hadn't worn off for the players in the maze yet. But since Green Team had entered after me and my team, they still had resistance when ours ran out. There was no way I was winning this fight, so I decided to retreat to the glade to plan. Since the maze had already been looted at this point, my best bet was to work with the materials in the glade. It turns out MrCube and the other admins were about to hold a building competition between the teams. The winner of this would get some mystery chests filled with special materials, and apparently some other bonus prize? But there were already very few materials, and any wood placed would quickly get stolen by the other teams. So we had almost nothing to build a base with. And on top of that, you have to remember, I couldn't trust my team to do anything. So with the little materials I had, I started building a little stone hut, complete with carpets, furniture, windows, and a nice little garden. When I finished, was defending my base from other people, I realized my team had built a decent base out of dirt on the other side of the glade. Did they actually pull something off? We were about to find out. It was time to give the admins a tour.
It is time to judge the builds.
Ooh, now this is cool.
Yeah, I'm liking that. The outside is very pretty.
Okay, so what's the inside look like?
Let's take a look at the inside.
Nice foyer.
Oh.
What is the use of this upper?
Ooh, I love this show.
It's a little calm room. It's a calm
Like where
room.
you can,
If
like,
you don't want to go downstairs.
This is my favorite TV show.
Oh, dude. This is sick. They've got a
It's my
table.
favorite TV show.
We have a
Good.
table and a couch.
Yeah, you guys have a farming channel.
This is
I love
where
this
we
room.
do a play. The lever room. And then we've got the lever room.
Hang on, wait. Let me try to flick it as much as I can. Let me try to flick it as much as I can. Hang on, wait.
See, you gotta admit, this is peak entertainment.
I think
I
this
like-
is like a solid 7 out of 10. I'd say.
Yeah, I would say an 8
But wait,
personally.
there's more. Come
Take
on,
it.
Oh, there's more. Hang on, wait, there's more.
See, we have a vacation home over here.
Like a treetop. Because they're occupying most of the land. That's true. Oh wait, is this your build? Yeah, this treehouse up here.
Oh, dude, it's a vacation home.
I
Oh,
thought this
wow.
was another
It's a
team.
little
I think we already did.
Yeah,
You
same.
like it?
I like this
Okay,
a lot,
this is
actually.
actually
It's
nice.
very
therapy
cute.
session. Someone lay down on the bed.
Give me therapy. I need it desperately.
What do you?
Hang on, wait. We gotta. We'll be discussing this
swim
in the
mode.
admin chat. Thank you guys for the tour. Hey guys. Congratulations. Guess who won the team of the building event, guys?
Green team.
It was Indigo.
I couldn't believe it. Between the rest of my team and I, we were able to build something that was impressive enough to win the building competition. Sure, the other team's buildings might have been dirt pits that made a trailer park look nice, but we still managed to pull it off. We managed to pull something off together. Maybe my team wasn't as hopeless as I thought. Maybe, with my diamond sword in my hand, I could whip this team into shape and lead us all out of the maze into safety. Things started to look even better when I found out just what we won.
Wait, everybody come into your beautiful house real quick. We're gonna distribute. I'll give the prize. The prize for the building event was one of the codes for sector number 2.
In order to escape the maze, we would need a 4-digit code to open the exit door. And the 4 numbers were hidden behind puzzles within the maze. But, since we had won the building contest, the admins gave us the 3rd number in the sequence.
Prize for this code for the sector is sector 4's code is sector 4.
4. We knew the last number was 4. But in order to escape, we would need to enter into the maze and get the other 3 numbers. And then disaster struck.
Oh, PvP's enabled. Heads up.
The Glade suddenly enabled PvP. Silver Team, which had the most players still alive, massacred the Red and Lime teams. My team and I had to barricade ourselves in the dirt castle we had built. But in order to get out to the maze, we would need to get past the massacre happening above our castle. And it looked like Silver Team had set their sights on us next. I readied my diamond sword, knowing that even if we were attacked, I'd have the better weapon. But right as Silver was about to attack, something changed. It turns out PvP wasn't the only thing allowed in the Glade now, as the gates stayed open as night fell, and the monsters that had been outside in the maze now made their way into the Glade. Terrified, Silver Team retreated to their sky bases, but now my team was stuck underground, with murderous monsters above us, and even more murderous players above them. We held our ground through the night, waiting for our chance to escape.
Wait, you guys, they have no idea. Shift down here.
Oh yeah, wait, shift down here.
Everybody stay together, otherwise you're just gonna get singled out and you're gonna die.
Yeah, that's true. That's
You're
true.
like 2 hits.
Oh, there's a Ravager right there.
The Ravagers are right there.
Honestly, you guys,
Okay.
I think fighting them here is not worth it, and we should just
Alright, you should be good.
go into the maze.
Guys, I don't think you should go yet.
Not yet. Wait for Dave.
There's a Griever right there. I think we should go.
Dead.
Go, run, go.
We have Envis.
What's your
I see trees over here, give me. Wait, I'm behind you.
A player named Quentin, who had explored the maze before, guided my team through the labyrinth. While exploring, we realized that some of the vines went all the way to the top of the maze. On top of the walls, it was very easy to see where the maze went, and we headed right for the edge of the maze. But apparently this wasn't the way we were supposed to get out.
MrCube!
I'll remember you trying to murder me, MrCube. I'll remember. Anyway, since we hadn't made our way through the maze normally, we were totally lost, but we had still made it close to the large open Sector 2. And with another sector, comes another part of the escape code. But it still wasn't that simple, because of course it's not. To get the next part of the code, we would need to solve a puzzle. Hidden around Sector 2 were 4 switches, and we needed to pull all 4 within 3 minutes of each other to get to the code. We started to search for the switches. And search. And search. Sector 2 was so big and so convoluted that we were looking for the switches a long time. Too long. The sun set, and with the night's return, also came the monsters within. Only 4 of us survived the night. Vubs, Mediocrist, Misspelling, and myself. But none of us really knew the maze that well, so Misspelling made a decision.
Hi, can I,
lives for Clinton.
if you wish, you should really sacrifice yourself. Come over here with me. Trade has happened.
With Quentin back, it was time for us to solve the puzzle. We ran back into the maze, and since it was becoming dark again, we climbed some vines to get to a safe platform to wait out the night. We spent the night chilling and talking with each other, but we still had to face the entire silver team. Then Mediocrist asked me a hard question.
Oh, wait, do you want to give Quentin the diamond sword? He's probably the best PvPer of all of us.
My diamond sword? This had been with me since my very first day in the maze. It had been my security through all the challenges I had faced. It was the one thing that I had that I could count on alone in this maze. And that's when it hit me. I wasn't alone in this maze. I thought of the build contest we had won together as a team. The race out of the maze, surviving the monsters, solving the puzzle, and I thought of Misspellings, who was willing to sacrifice himself so that the rest of us could have a better chance to escape. I wasn't alone. All along I had thought that I couldn't count on my team, but they had proven me wrong at every turn. If I wanted to escape, I was going to have to do it as a team player. Over the course of the night, one of our team members managed to get the code to Section 1.
Number 3. It was number 3.
This was great. There was only one number left between us and freedom. And, well, all of Silver Team. We needed to find the last part of the code before Silver Team did, and we had to do it fast. At last, we had the complete code. 3684. This was our key out of the maze. This was our key to freedom. But we were too late. It turns out Silver Team had found the door to the outside, and with 3 of the numbers were able to guess the last part of the code and escape the maze. Of course, I was disappointed. But even though I wasn't able to escape the maze, I still felt at peace. We had been the only team to survive the maze and actually figure out the entire escape code. Our teamwork had enabled us to do something that none of the other teams had been able to do. I might have still been trapped in the maze, but I now knew that with my team, I'd be able to survive until we were all able to escape. And actually, you know what? I think trapped is the wrong word. After all, I've got a revenge to plot, and now I've got plenty of time.